Good afternoon, Chair. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to address you today in support of S2473, the Workplace Psychological Safety Act. As an HR executive, I am privy to a lot of these backdoor conversations that we've heard mentioned a couple times today. And I can confirm, after years of navigating investigations at all levels of an organization, and some cases investigating folks I reported directly up to, that the process is uneven. And we see that for a variety of reasons. But I think, to sum up, what we frequently see is if you're a janitor, if you're an hourly employee, if you're someone that is considered of low value, then if you do something that harms your colleagues, you'll be fired on the spot. But what we frequently see is that with chief executives, if they commit the same sort of acts, that they're given an executive coach, that the entire system is incentivized to downplay what is happening. And we see this behind closed doors a couple different ways. One is just good old-fashioned fear. You know, if somebody's getting away with hurting folks, nobody wants to engage them, particularly if they've seen that they've done this with impunity and then they know they won't be protected, or that they're risking their own jobs to try and engage with this individual. We see outside counsel that will do everything they can to try and diminish the impact, to use soft words, to try and say that they did everything according to the law when they know that that's not really anything, in an effort to limit liability. And so we have all of these things that begin to take place where complainants aren't just ignored. Oftentimes they are retaliated against. And I have worked with countless people who have faced fits of screaming, public humiliation, isolation, and mobbing. And I have seen where people have endured immediate threats to their jobs, reassignments and demotions, poor performance reviews, and other attempts to manage them out the door, all for calling out abuse. Incidents such as these can arguably rise to the level of harassment as defined by the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. They may meet the reasonable person standard of hostile, abusive, and/or intimidating acts. But there's just one thing missing, and that's proof of these actions were based on discriminatory intent. So unless you can tie in a protected characteristics, individuals are kind of just left because this is no longer unlawful. But the injuries are still there, and I have seen the devastating effects of abuse firsthand. I can recall one person who lost 6 pounds throwing up over the course of 3 days. I knew another woman who stopped just shy of filling her mouth full of sleeping pills because she could not take the mobbing and retaliation anymore. And then, as we've seen more recently, people do take their life. The pain of workplace abuse is not invisible. It physically manifests as frailty, cancer, broken marriages, and lost earning potential.
Can I bother you to finish up, please?
Sure, yes, thanks. It's real, and it can actually be life-threatening. I just wanted to say that I know these things not just as an observer, but I've also experienced this myself as an HR chief, engaging with a chief executive where there were sustained allegations of abuse in the course of my work. I am just one person, but according to studies published by the National Library of Medicine, there are 40 million others like me. On behalf of all of us, please move this forward.